Yeah, first of all, I want to dispel a rumor that has been moving around that I died in my room. It's not true. I'm still alive. Not that some people would care, those who have taken us through all this and that have turned the whole quarantine exercise into hell for some people and have made it heaven for others. Yeah, so it's not true. I'm still alive. Second, a lot has been going around that is not true. That misrepresents the whole thing that is happening. That mispresents the torture that we are going through in the name of quarantine. I'm on the 18th day now. I came back on the 18th of March, and I've been in quarantine since then. Of course, the first part was mismanaged, and then after that we moved from Entebbe into here. It's been 15 days here in my room, and then they pass a new policy by which if any person is found to be positive at a center, this is a huge place. If any person is found to be positive here, then it means that they will have to start counting afresh. If I've been here for 18 days and they test now and find that one person is positive, start counting 14 more days, which means that this can continue endlessly. And they don't seem to care about the implications of this. It's not based on science, it's not based on logic, but it's based on a pure gamble. Because if I'm in my room, I'm locked up. Everything is served to my room. I'm not interacting with people. If someone tests positive in another room, why should that be put on me? Or why should there be an assumption that on the basis of the fact that one is positive in another room, it's a possibility that I'm also positive? Much of this appears to show that the ministry is passing a vote of no confidence in what they are doing. They don't trust their own measures themselves. They don't trust their quarantine centers. So if they cannot trust their quarantine centers, then why do they put us here? Why should I be locked up in a room for all these days, and thereafter you say that you don't trust that even here within my room that I may not be safe, that I could be infected? I was tested on the 14th day of being at this place, and the results were announced that we were negative. So if we were negative, even if they say that they found a positive person on they say on the 24th that there was someone who was found positive at this center, if I've been in my room all along, where is the point of contact on the basis of which you assume that I could be positive, on the basis of which you keep me here? This is simple torture, and government is using its privilege of audience in the times that many people are panicking, that many people are scared, and therefore they would listen to much of what government says. They are using that privilege to abuse it, to torture some people. We are used as the scapegoat. We are the sacrificial lamb for all that they have to do, the Ministry of Health to do, to show that they are working. They put in place special measures for their own to be quarantined in places of their own choices. I heard some were quarantined at Emin Pasha. We don't know exactly what happens there, but at the 14th day they are issued with certificates. Yet for those of us that may not have anyone to speak for us, we have to stay here endlessly. They keep changing rules because theirs have been spared from this, so they don't care what happens to the rest. If this was really fair, why didn't you take your own people through the same exercise? And second, if you cannot trust that me who is in a room can be safe, that me who is in a room, if you're saying that in my room I still stand risk of infection, let's compare that to the minister who has ministered, and the PS and many of their officials who have been interacting with most of the people who are returning to Uganda at the airport. We have seen this on camera. They've been interacting with them. They've been in argument with them. They've come to meet us even at the quarantine center at Entebbe Inn where we were first. They came and met us. They've been interacting physically. So if those have not been quarantined even a single day, the minister and her team, yet you say that me who has been in quarantine all these days, still I have to be kept inside. As for them, they roam freely out there, not even a single day, but they still trust that they are safer than the rest of us, that they posture, that they project out to society as dangerous, as potentially harmful. And I think this is contributing immensely to what you're seeing around the violence that is meted on people who returned from countries like some of those countries, places like Dubai. It's because government has criminalized people who are returning, who are coming back. Uganda government has criminalized quarantine. That the whole image that is put out in all these press conferences that I see is that we are dangerous, which I think is a wrong message. How are you going to encourage other people to accept to be quarantined when they hear that this is what you're taking us through? By what logic, by what science am I still kept here when you issued certificates to other people on their 14th day, who are even at places where we don't know what happens, but where a person is at a center in their room? There are 4 soldiers here that monitor everything that happens, 4 soldiers that guard the place, that make sure that everyone stays in their room. There are health officials that come here every now and then. None of them has ever come to my room and not found me. The people who deliver food to our rooms, none of them has ever come to my room and they didn't find me there. So why do you still insist that I should stay here because someone in another room is positive? If that is not torture, what is it? So don't say that we are resisting a measure that is meant to protect society. We are resisting oppression. We are resisting torture that is disguised behind an appearance of working hard. This is about keeping up appearances. It's not about protecting society. It's about torture and maybe other vested interests. Yes, it's unfortunate.